Practical Applications ERIM. Okay, we're going to look at this ERIM now, and rather than looking for a pad type, we're going to build it up from scratch. So I'm going to go to Global. When I press on it and hold down, it jumps to the first screen. I know I'm working on 8A. I'm just going to go to 8A so that it doesn't jump anymore. To review that process, if I had it set for automatic, any trigger that's been automatically set up, it will start jumping to all the different pads by the striking. I want it to lock onto this so that I don't have to worry about it doing anything. So I go to 8A, lock it in, so now it's going to go there. All right, I know that the pad type, I'm going to call it an FSR zone rather than calling it a specific name. So when I call it an FSR zone, I know that the 8 is going to be a trigger, but the B needs to be an FSR, which it is, and the pad and the input type is FSR. So that we know now it's going to power the sensor. So I go back to the A, and now I call it a trigger. Exclusive is going to be no. I don't have to worry about interaction. And I'm going to play around with the gain setting. Perhaps the first setting to always start with is probably 1 because it's the most powerful, the biggest gain setting in the box. I do that, check that my threshold, I'm going to bring my threshold down for now. Let's bring it at 4 really low. And now I'm going to train and see what kind of numbers I get. So I hit it, 864. That's really high, but cool. Let's see. And I'm going to hit it soft. 373. That means that this trigger is probably set up too high because 373 is really up there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to Global, and I'm going to make that go to 2 or 3. Now remember, if I was in this train mode and I did this, if I'm at 8A, hitting the wrong pad. 864. Now, if I wanted to change that now, I could just move the up arrow, and that will change to the next gain setting up, which in this case happens to be now 2. 2. And that's because I changed it here. So I'm going to go to gain 3 now. Okay, 635. That's the number I'm going to keep, I think, for my maximum. Hit enter. Now I'm going to hit it soft. Oh, and it saw that. I'm going to hit it even softer. You know what? Still too high. So I'm going to go even higher to a gain of 4. Hit it hard. 560. I'm going to hit it soft. That's better. 206 works. So now, essentially, my instrument is changed. So, in this case, then, you'll see that in the global settings, I have numbers that go from 560 to 206. So, well over 300 numbers. Remember, MIDI only has 127. So the instrument is ready to play. Now, if I had picked a totally different kind of gain setting, let's say I gave it a setting with an RC. So I have resistors and caps in there to help clean up the signal. And I hit it. I'm going to try this now. 584. Can hit it soft. 136. It's even bigger range. And you'll see that works as well. So the point is, you can use lots of different gain settings. Here's R1, and get great results with the different settings. So you don't have to freak out too much. Well, that's too high. You don't have to freak out too much that it's critical. You can, as long as you get a big range from soft to loud, like that, you are covered and you'll get your full dynamic range. One thing to consider, though, is this threshold. When you're dealing with FSR, you can bring it way, way down. You can bring it down to 0 almost. Let's see. And it works without double triggering. You can't get away with that with a piezo.
Like you were doing.
Okay.
Not in a playable way. Just do your training.
Okay.
Good. And then do a hard whack. And a soft. And again.
Okay.